गौर भक्त प्रियम सदा यस्यांगने सदा गौर कीर्तनम कर्तुमिच्छति। जय जय श्रीवास ठाकुर गौर भक्त श्रोमणि निताई गौर नाम गावे नवदीप धाम धनी. So we are taking shelter of Panchatattva. By their mercy we can understand the mood of gopis and Radharani, particularly in this section of Brahmar Gita and Uddhav's message to the gopis. It's too confidential, but Panchatattva and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu particularly brought that Radhara Mahima Premayra Sima, the highest limit of love of Radharani and the glories of Radharani, which are in this section of Bhagvatam actually. And this should be mood of Vipralamba as exhibited by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his last 18 years of Antya Leela in Sri Jagannath Puri and living in Gambhira. So yesterday we completed two sections. First section was the glories of the devotion of gopis sung and appreciated by the great devotee Uddhava. And the second section was the messages, not message, many messages of Sri Krishna through Uddhava to Braja Gopis, which have apparently two meanings according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Apparent meaning, which is Brahma Gyaan, and the internal meaning of deep conjugal mellows. And Srila Jiva Goswami has given the third dimension. Two are exactly the same. External meaning of gyana or knowledge or Brahma Gyana, and internal meaning of conjugal mellows. But the third is their Nitya Leela, Aprakat Nitya Leela. Aprakat means unmanifested. Nitya means continuous, Leela means pastime, which where they are not separated at all. So this was the actual essence of all message. 2 and 3 meanings. 2 meanings are common for the both Acharya. Third meaning Jiva Goswami is giving of eternal, unmanifest pastime, which are continuous. Now this section which we are starting today is verse number 38 to 52, Gopi's response to Uddhav's message. So now the different groups of gopis, they are speaking sometime together, sometime separately, sometime appreciating Krishna's message, sometime criticizing, sometime having enviousness, sometime having jealousy, sometime enviousness among the Mathura women, sometime the friends of the Mathura. But ultimately they have a deep love and longing for Krishna. And this is the section we are starting today, verse number 38, Sri Shuka Uvacha. Evam Priyattamadishtam. Evam, in this way, in this fashion, Priyattamadishtam. Priyatam. Priyatam is like Priya, Priyatar, Priyatam, the topmost dear to the gopis is Sri Krishna. So Priyatam is Krishna. Adhishtan means his order, his instruction or his message. Akarnya means listening. Vrja Yoshita means the woman of Vrindavan. Vrja Yoshitaha, the woman of Vrja. Ta ucho Uddhavam pritas. Then they started speaking to Uddhava. Pritaha, they are pleased because at least they got, but at least Krishna remembered them. He sent the messenger with the messages, so they were pleased. Tata sandesh agata smritihi. By the Uddhav's coming and by the message of Krishna, agata smritihi, Krishna appeared in their memories. So Sukdev Goswami said, women of Vraja were pleased to hear this message from their dearmost Krishna. His words having revived their memory, they addressed Uddhav as follows. Chakravartipad is writing this message, or this verse is spoken by the gopis mentioned in the previous verse. Who are these gopis? Who had been trapped in their houses during ras dance by their husbands and not allowed to go there, but they joined Krishna. These are the gopis. They are saying, Uddhav, it is true. During that night we joined with Krishna. After hearing from Uddhav, these gopis remembered their own experience, which were proof of Krishna's words in the message. They then become satisfied with Uddhav and talk politely with him. So this is the one group of gopis. This is their response. Now, Sri Jiva Goswami is writing, as the gopis listened, they gradually understood the three meanings of the verses on investigating deeply. So three levels we have just discussed: external gyaan, internal conjugal love, and third is eternal unmanifest pastime. Previously they had established their beloved as Paramatma. Gopis first considered Krishna as a Paramatma. the object of unconditional prem of all beings in the following verse. This is the verse gopis have just spoken earlier in a Ras Leela, that you are speaking us about the dharma, go back to your home. Actually, you are our relative really, because you are the soul of the souls. And you are to be loved, not anybody else. This is the mood in this verse. And then they remembered this. Now when Uddhav delivered Krishna's message filled with gyaan, there is the first meaning. They did not remember their own bhava hidden in the message filled with gyaan. They were filled with the natural love for Krishna, pritaha. They thought he should not teach us that message. The second meaning is this. So first meaning is the gyana, as in the beginning of the Ras dance. Second meaning is they remember directly meeting him by the message of the Uddhav, which indicated directly meeting him because of the prem. And the third meaning is as follows. They remembered their eternal pastime as impressions, as if from the previous birth, or hearing the message which indicated meeting him in the aprakat manifestation, unmanifested pastime. By the last two meanings, they were filled with the highest bliss. They had faith because it was the message from their beloved, Priyatam Adishtam. The fourth meaning, this is the fourth meaning. Fourth meaning is the Gopi's proof. Just we have read in Chakravarti Pad's commentary. The fourth meaning is derived from what Krishna said in verse 36. From that statement, they remembered that they had seen the Ras dance because of having similar anurag for Krishna as the group, but then they could not see the Ras dance after that time. By the power of the message, they then remembered to seek out Krishna with intense anurag. So this is the verse where those gopis who were kept by their husband, they met Krishna. This is the fourth meaning, that even Krishna, by his inconceivable potency, can be present at any time. The intention of Krishna was this. What is the intention of Krishna in the message? It is not possible for me to come at this time. By obtaining consolation through the message, first my promise to return will be maintained. It means I will come definitely, there is no doubt. The solution, however, is not just that I will come in the distant future. A message which gives various meanings, which will produce various solutions, is proper. The final meaning of the message should be an arrangement where I am with the gopis eternally in pastime in virtue. Thus, to see me in the external manifestation, however, will be the cause of constantly experiencing my spurti in astonishment. This will lead to the greatest astonishment when they meet me directly. So next verse number 39, Gopya Uchu. Drishtya hito hata kamo yadunam sanugo aghakrit drishtya pataihi labdha sarvarthai kushalai asate achuto adhuna. Now then another group is asking about the well-being of Krishna in Mathura. The gopis said, it is very good that Kamsa, the enemy and persecutor of Yadus, has now been killed along with his followers. And it is also very good that Lord Achyuta is living happily in company of his well-wishing friends and relatives, whose very desire is now fulfilled. Chakravarti Pad said, Gopis said it is good, Drishtya, that the enemy, Ahitaha, has been killed. And Jiva Goswami writes, having been somewhat consoled by their memories, the gopis then spoke to show that they had spontaneously experienced the spurtis, means revelations, during separation. In prakat means manifestation, during manifest leela. Are we happy with this message or not? They are thinking. Oh, his happiness is our happiness. With that intention, they first rejoice. Since the Yadus have attained unlimited happiness, there is no worry for their needs. He is happy. Krishna is happy. He does not deviate from that happiness, Achyuta. Previously, Krishna had received great suffering because of cancer. Now that is not so. By good fortune, his enemy who made the Yadus suffering, Aghakrita, is dead. Krishna is happy with the Yadus whom he has attained, Apati. So, if Krishna is happy, then we are happy. Verse 40. Now this is little side of jealousy. Kechid gada agraja somaya karoti purayoshitam pritim nahasnigda swaridha hasa udar ikshanar chitta. So this has two things. One is speaking about Gada Agraj, means the elder brother of Gad. And we'll find in the commentary, Gad is the son of the another wife of Vasudev. And since Krishna is now identified with the Yadus and son of Devaki, so they are feeling little that he's away from us. And second, Krishna is served by the woman of Mathura by glances and smiles and all that. Is he getting that? That's what. Gentle Uddhav, Somya, is the elder brother of God now bestowing on the city woman the pleasure that actually belonged to us. We suppose those ladies worship him with generous glances full of affection, shy and smiles. Chakravartipad writes, some gopis other than those who were prevented from going to the Ras Leela, it means those who were in Ras Leela, they spoke with jealousy in this verse. The name Gada Agraj indicate Krishna, the elder brother Agraj of the Gada, the first son of Deva Rakshita, the sister of Devaki, who was also married to Vasudeva. By addressing Krishna in this way, the gopis indicate that he now think of himself mostly as the son of Devaki. The implication is that Krishna's connection with Vrindavan was now slackened. Now, jealous gopis said, we worship Krishna with our pleasing, shy smile and generous glances. Is he now stimulating the love of the woman of Mathura with his bold glances? Is he worshipping them? Oh, Shiva, Shiva, although that glance is meant to be worshipped by us, it has become their worshipper. This is our great misfortune. So most of the things are same here. Verse 41. Katham rati visheshagyaha priyascha purayoshitam nanubandhe tatadavakyai vidramai shachanubhajitaha. Sri Krishna is expert in all kinds of conjugal affairs and is the darling of city women. How can he not become entangled now that he is constantly adored by their enchanting words and gestures? According to Sridhar Swami, Each of these verses were spoken by different gopis. And Chakravartipad writes, the other gopi, which was next to the first, who spoke about well-being of Krishna, being happy there, she is saying, "Oh, foolish woman, Jew group, why you are asking the same question again? You should have no doubt about this." In this way, other gopis spoke sarcastically with concealed anger. Those who were jealous, now they are sarcastic. Gopi said, because Krishna knows everything about love affairs. He has become the darling of women of Mathura. So how will he not become attached to them? Being constantly worshipped, anubhajitaha, by their words and service, Krishna will respond to them and be forced to render service to them also. Therefore, we village women have no special conjugal attraction, rati vishesha. We don't know how to do that, to offer him. That most exalted person, Krishna, we are not skilled in the use of such polite words and proper gestures. Thus, we have rightly concluded that Krishna has abandoned us on attaining the cultured woman of Mathura. This they imply in their inquiry. So same moods 42. Api samarati na sadho. Now the other group is saying, "Oh sadhu, Udhav, please tell truth. Api samarati na, does he remember us? Govinda prastutte kvachitta." Sometime Govind, he is actually the master of Gokul, he is Govinda. Prastutte kavchit means when he is talking with those women, sometime he mention our name. Even maybe not that we have done something good, even we have given some trouble. Is he saying that? Goshti madhya purastrinam. Goshti madhya when he is talking, and purastrinam means the ladies of Mathura. Gramya swairah kathantre. Gramya swaira means when he is speaking layerly, freely with them, does he ever mention our name? Sadhu, O saintly one, Udhava. Does Govinda ever remember us during his conversation with the city woman? Does he ever mention us village girls as he freely talked with them? Srila Prabhupada disciple, the gopis were so completely in love with Krishna without selfish motives that even in their great disappointment, they never considered giving their love to another. Means to the women of Mathura. Chakravartipad gopis said, surely Krishna has abandoned us because we deserve to be abandoned. Why? Indeed, we are the most insignificant woman in the world and have been rejected after having been enjoyed. Still, do we sometime enter into Krishna's memory on account of some good qualities of ours, or even because of something we did wrong? Krishna must speak very freely with the city women. He and they must sing, joke, make riddles, and talk about many things. Does Krishna ever say, my dear city woman, your sophisticated singing and speech is unknown to the gopis in my home village? They couldn't understand these things. Does he ever speak about us in that way? They inquire sarcastically with longing. On some occasion, in an assembly of those city women, while talking on various subjects according to his desire, swear kathantre, does he remember us village girls? He should remember us, since he is the king of Gokul, Govinda, the honest Udhava. You should not speak lie at all. Arkochit can be supplied to other words in the sentence as well. Does he ever remember us on other occasions? Does he ever remember us while in the company of the city woman? Does he ever remember us during free conversations? Oh, this purport of Sanatana Goswami is actually for the next verse, verse 43. Takim nishasam takim nishasam rati vaya yasu tada priyabhi Vrindavane kumodak kundas sashankaramaye reme kenava charana nipura rasa goshtyam asmabhihi idate manogya katha kadachit. Does he recall those nights in the Vrindavan forest, lovely with lotus, jasmine, and the bright moon, as we glorified his charming pastime? He enjoyed with us his beloved girlfriends in the circle of the ras dance, which resounded with the music of ankle bells. Chakravarti Pad writes, "Oh dear gopis," it means Uddhav is saying, "what is the use of criticizing Krishna and women of Mathura with crooked words? Why don't you speak straightforwardly? Due to the loving expertise of other women and our own misfortune, Krishna may indeed forget us. But how can he have forgotten his own place of residence?" In this way, some gopis spoke while crying. In the charming forest of Vrindavan along the Yamuna's bank, which were splendorous with the brilliant white lotus, jasmine, and moonlight, Krishna enjoyed with us at the ras arena, which resounded with the sound of the ankle bells. Where is there such a river bank in Mathura? Where else is the music, song, and dance so pleasing to Krishna? The intimate talks we had with Krishna were praised by the heavenly women riding in their aeroplanes. Do the wild women of Mathura know any such conversation with him? Who is the Mathura? Who in the Mathura knows how to make adhyans and flower crowns, garlands, and beryl nuts preparation for Krishna's pleasure? By remaining in Mathura, Krishna's happiness has completely disappeared. We will die in disappointment just thinking of Krishna's lack of bliss. If there was some woman in Mathura like us who could please Krishna when he could enjoy dancing with her, playing his flute and other pastime, if we heard that such a woman existed, then we could remain in Vrindavan happily even though separate from Krishna. So this is their mood that actually neither in Mathura nor in Dwarka there is a possibility of ras dance. There is no flute with Krishna in these two places, and gopis cannot have that. Once Krishna took the gopis to the Dwarka near the Gopi lake from where we get this our Tilak Gopi Chandan, and there the queens told Radharani that why can't you have the same ras dance which you used to have in Vrindavan? So there is at a Gopi Talab, there is a Ras Mandal. So at that time everything was made ready, and then Radharani said, well, this is not the place where Ras dance can take place. We tried, but it's not a right place to do it. So it's only in Vrindavan, nowhere else. So because since Krishna is living so long in the Mathura and Dwarka, so he will not get that Vrindavan atmosphere for his pleasure, and therefore we are worried. So this is the mood of gopis. They are only living for the pleasure of Krishna. They don't have their own selfish any desire for personal happiness. So Sri Jiva Goswami writes, does he remember us after obtaining the city woman? Does he ever remember the nights of the Ras dance? The meaning is this: he who is now the ruler in the subject of attractive talks, such as verse number 39, which are now worshipped by us gopis, who are now like starving beggars. They do not directly mention his name, Krishna's name, because they worry that this will make him appear insignificant. Does he remember those nights? Those nights are different from the present and past nights because there were so many nights. It is impossible to forget them. Does he remember those nights sometimes? In those nights in Vrindavan, pleasant with lotus and jasmine flowers and the moon at that time, he enjoyed with some gopis who were dear to him. They could not become unhappy like us, whom you now see. He enjoyed playing in the gathering, attractive with the sound of the ankle bells, with all those women who were similar to us. Verse 44. Api eshyati haddasaraha taptaha swakrityasa sucha sanjeevayanno nogatrai yathindro vanam ambudai. Last line is an analogy. As the burning forest is cooled by Indra, will Krishna again down by touching our limbs, burning in his separation? This is the mood of the verse. Will that descendant of Dasaraha return here and by touch of his limbs bring back to life those who are now burning with the grief of he himself has caused? Will he save us in that way, just Lord Indra bring a forest black to life with his war-bearing clouds? One gopi said, "O Sakhi, because Krishna is unhappy, he will immediately return here." Then, or believing this, another gopi said, will Krishna really come to Virja and bring us, who are burning up with grief because of him, back to life with the touch of his beautiful hand? So this is their hope that Krishna will come. If he remember us, he would return. We would not believe that he will. They forget the message saying he would return out of longing generated by remembering the Ras dance. Krishna's first message that I will return. And they forgot this because they were thinking of Ras dance. Thus they ask if he will return. He is now king of the Dasara and is busy protecting them. We are suffering with the grief caused by his actions. The remedy is the touch of his limbs. If he does not do so, he will be known as expert at being hard-hearted and fearless in killing women. He should bring us completely to life, Sanjeevanyan, by the touch of his limbs. The touch is like a nectar. The present tense is used to indicate that they cannot tolerate the delay in his coming and touching them. Indra with his cloud is similar to Krishna with his touch, because in both cases the relief is immediate. The rumbling of the cloud and message is both annihilate suffering. So this is the analogy. Verse 45. Kasma Krishna ihayati prapta rajo hatahitaha narendra kanya udavahaya pritah sarvasuhirda vritaha. Kasman Krishna ihati prapta rajayo hatahita. After killing Kansa, he got the kingmanship of the Mathura. Narendra Kane, and then he will get the princesses, the daughter of the kings as his wives. Preeta Sarvaswad, and he's surrounded by his well-wishing Yadus. So why should he come here? But why should Krishna come here after winning a kingdom, killing his enemies, and marrying the daughter of kings? He is satisfied there, surrounded by all his friends and well-wishers. This is another gopi's mood. Hearing this, one obstinate gopi of the left wing, Vamya, usually left wing gopis are the side of Radharani, Lalita, Vishaka, they are left wing gopis. So, the obstinate gopi is usually Vishaka. Hey Sakhis, foolish woman, you do not know at all that happiness Krishna get during the Ras dance. Hear from me what type of happiness he likes. Experience herself in such a crooked world, she speak this verse. Why will Krishna return to which? Here Krishna has to undergo the hardship of tending the cows, and there in the Mathura he has obtained the kingdom. Here Krishna can only sport with the women from the cowherd caste, or there he can enjoy with the ladies of the noble descent. So what happiness can Krishna enjoy here? Here Krishna is cowherd boy, there Krishna is a king, and after some time Krishna will get married there. This referred to Krishna's marrying Rukmani while living in Mathura, which occurred during some other day of Brahma, according to the Puranas. And further in Gopal Tapani Upanishad, there is a verse which says, Sri Krishna, accompanied by his three potencies, Neel, Bhu and Shri, and Baladev, Aniruddha and Pradyumna, and Rukmani, stayed in delightful Mathurapuri, which is worshipped by Brahma and the other demigods and protected by the conch, chakra, club and sarang bow. So this is the verse Chakravarti Bhatt is quoting, that when they are speaking about marrying the king's daughter, this is in some other day of Brahma when Krishna appeared. There the marriage was in Mathura with Rukmani. And presently the Rukmani's marriage is as soon as Krishna reaches Dwarka, the next chapter is marriage of Rukmani. Prapya Mathuram Purim Ramayam Sada Brahmadi Sevitam Sankha Chakra Gada Sarang Rakshitam Mushal Adibhi Yatra Saho Sangsitihi Krishnas Tribhi Shaktya means three energies, Bhu, Shri and Neel. Samahitaha Rama Aniruddho Pradyumnoho Rukmanyaha Sahito Vibhu. This is the verse from Gopal Tapani Upanishad. So verse number 46. Kim asmabhi vanau kabhi anyabhi va mahatmanah Shri Pate apatakamasya kiryetatha kirtatmanah. Krishna is Atmaram. He is the husband of goddess of fortune. What we have to do? The great soul Krishna Mahatmana is the Lord of goddess of fortune. He automatically achieves whatever he desires. How can we forest dweller or any other woman fulfill his purpose when he is already fulfilled within himself? Atmakam, Apatkam. Srila Prabhupada disciple write, although the gopis lamented that Krishna was associating with city women in Mathura, they now realize that as the absolute personality of Godhead, he has no need for any woman. It is out of his causeless mercy that he awards his association to his loving devotees. Chakravarti Pad writes, O Sakhis, give up this jealousy and enmity towards Krishna, who is completely devoid of love for us. One gopi thus spoke about Krishna's indifference towards everything. It may be questioned, since Krishna is the master of goddess of fashion, doesn't he in fact have love for her? No, because Krishna is apat kamasya, fulfilled in all desire, and kritatmanaha, self-complete. For him who is complete by nature, what need does he have for Lakshmi? Therefore, there is no princess in Mathura suitable to marry him. This confidential truth is being subtly implied to Uddhav. So here, in marrying princesses, Jiva Goswami writes, he will show mercy. He will show them mercy. Thus he will be indifferent to the gopis. They speak expressing hatred for him. What use has he for us, for his people, since he thinks he is greater than all others, Mahatmana? Because he is the master of Lakshmi, to whom all the people surrender and who follow him wherever he goes. Therefore, he is complete with all object, apat kamasya. Because he is satisfied, kirtatmana, he should actually not marry any princesses. They express the deep desire to Uddhav. Verse 60 upcoming indicate that gopis are the best among all devotees. Uddhav will give his judgment. The gopis received benediction from the Lord that neither Lakshmi nor the most beautiful dancers in the heavenly planet could attain what gopis got. Furthermore, it is said that Krishna gives more regard to others than himself. Naham atmanam asha se madbhaktahi sadhubhir vina shriyam Chatyantikam Brahma Yesham Gati Aham Para. O Brahman, Durvasa, without the devotees who take shelter of only me, I do not desire to enjoy my own bliss by my 6 great qualities. Thus Krishna regards the gopis as greater than himself. However, they speak this verse out of a great longing without recognizing their own glory and out of dejection because they cannot attain him. Verse 47. Param Saukhyam hi Nairasyam Swarenya aha pingla Tajag janitanam nah Krishne Tathapi asha duratyaya. Now they are giving another example that even in 11th canto Pingla, the prostitute said that one should be completely desireless and should be free from all attachment. But how can we will give attachment to Krishna who cannot we cannot be given up at all? So Pingla may say something, but that is not applicable to us. Indeed, the greatest happiness is to renounce all desires, as even the prostitute Pingla has declared. Yet even though we know this, we cannot give up our hopes of attaining Krishna. Srila Prabhupada's disciple give information that the story of Pingla is in 11th canto, 8th chapter, Srimad Bhagvatam. Chakravarti Pad writes, one gopi replied, therefore you should give up all hopes of attaining Krishna. Another gopi said, but we cannot give him up, durattayaya, under any circumstances. First gopi said, it is difficult for anyone to give up hope concerning Krishna. Pingala had desires for men other than Krishna, and therefore she could give up those desires. But we have desire for Krishna that we can never give it up. And here there is a little insight by Srila Jiva Goswami. Greatest happiness, even the prostitute Pingala. Normally, prostitutes should not say this, but that should not be considered. We do not know this. Though we know that detachment is the greatest happiness, we have a desire for Krishna which is difficult to overcome. We cannot give up that desire to attain him. Why? The son of Nanda attract our minds. Desire for associating with Krishna which is unfulfilled agitate us. And here is the verse. In 46th chapter of this we have already done. The mind of those gopis are always absorbed in me, Krishna said, and their very lives are very devoted to me. For my sake they have abandoned everything related to their bodies, as well as Dharma and other people. I alone am their dearest beloved and indeed their very self. Therefore I take it upon myself to sustain them in all circumstances. This is the first verse Krishna spoke to Uddhav. Taman manaska mad prana mad artha tyakta dehika mameva daitam preshtam atmanam manasa gata ye tyakta loka dharmascha mad artha tan vibramyam. This is a very important, interesting verse. Krishna spoke about the glories of the gopis. And you should not think that we are like prostitute. Krishna himself says, Dharayanti ati khrichena praya pranam kathanchan pratyaha gaman sandeshahi balavayo me mada atmikaha. Again, verse 6 of the chapter 46. Simply because I have promised to return to them, my fully devoted cowherd girlfriend struggle to maintain their lives somehow or other. The gopis use a comparison of a lecher enjoyer enjoying many women, yara. This is another verse from this chapter. Gopis said, Khagavita phalam vriksha Bhuktvaha cha atityogram dagdam mrigas tatha aranyam yara bhuktva ratim striyam. Bird abandon a tree when its fruits are gone, guest a house after they have eaten, animals a forest that has burned down, and the lover, the woman he has enjoyed even though she remained attached to him. Here the Yara is a plural, man, and the woman is singular. But Gopis is saying here, man Krishna is singular and we women are plural gopis. So to remove doubt that they are of this nature, they say, Api bat madhu puryam arya putro adhunasate. O Uddhav, does Krishna, our husband, now reside in Mathura? 47:21. In front of the greatest devotee Uddha, they gave up all their reservation and speak directly. Verse 48. Ka utasya hatah santayaktum uttama shloka samvidam anichatopi yasya shri angana chaivate kvache. Who can bear to give up intimate talks with Lama Uttam Shlok, although he show no interest in her? Goddess Sri Lakshmi never moves from her taste. One gopi said, though a greedy man may not attain his desired object, he does not give up the desire for the object. Who can bear to give up the experience of Krishna's Uttam Shloks, beauty and sweetness? Samvidam word in this verse means Saundarya, means beauty, Madhurya means sweetness, Uplabdhim means one who has attained. No one at all. Though Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, is ignored by Krishna, she does not give up his chest but remains always in the form of golden line. So, Jiva Goswami writes, yes?
Could you please elaborate on this, that Lakshmi Devi is always on the chest of Lord
See that
never leaves. What does that really mean? She's a person, Krishna is a person, they're different persons. What does it mean that she's just having a line? What does it mean?
See, there are few characteristics of Vishnu and Krishna which are, though looking same in all feature, are absent in all other people in Golok or in Vaikuntha. Like in Vaikuntha, those who have Sarupya, same form like Narayana, they have 4 hands, their color is same, but the 2 things are, rather 3 things are not there. Vishnu has a tuft of golden hairs on his chest that is called place of Lakshmi. Kautsab Mani, a gem which has no hole, is always tied around the neck of Vishnu, nobody else. And third is called the chinna, or the impression of the Bhragulata. Rishi Bhrigu has kicked on the chest of Vishnu, and he keeps that ornament still. So similarly, Krishna is non-different than Narayan. So on his chest there is a tuft of hairs of golden color that is called Shri Niketanam. Shri means Lakshmi, Niketanam means his place of residence on the chest of Supreme Lord. So, though Krishna is not giving much attention to Lakshmi, but she never leaves Krishna. She is always present as a tuft of golden hairs on his chest. And even she is always massaging Krishna's lotus feet, though knowing that Tulsi is also serving, so she is ready to stay with a wife, but she will never leave the lotus feet also. This is also somewhere it is said. Is it okay?
Yes. So I'm just thinking, so basically Krishna is allowing Lakshmi Devi to be with him all the time.
So this is a mark on the chest of all Vishnu Tattva. That's called Sri Niketan or Sri Nivas. Place for Niketan means house, and Nivas means also place of residence. Lakshmi's place of residence is on the left side of the chest of Lord Vishnu, in the form of golden tuft of hairs. This is exclusive of Vishnu Tattva. Nobody else has that.
So that is what gopis are referring to.
Yeah, they are saying still she is not leaving the chest, though he is ignoring her, but she is not leaving. Ignoring means in Vrindavan she is not allowed to enter in the Ras dance. We know she wanted to come there and Krishna never allowed him. Even Vishaka said, go away, you cannot stay here. If you want to enter into the Ras dance, then you have to take birth as a gopi, and then you have to take care of the cows and take care of the cow dung, and then you can enter into the Ras dance. And Lakshmi is a goddess of fortune. She is not ready for that. So she is not allowed there. But still, Krishna is not entertaining her, but still she is sitting on the chest. It means nobody can give up Krishna. The whole point is, even Krishna does not look at us, but we can never give up Krishna. Krishna is so attractive. Aslishama padatan panashtumam marmhatam karutuva yatha tatha va vidhato lampato mat pranatha. So this is Radharani's mood. You embrace me or you kick me, I will be at your door, I will never leave you. This is the mood of all the devotees in the line of loving relationship with Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
The Gopis elaborate their last statement. What person, what to speak of woman, can attempt to give up? What to speak of actually giving up a statement made by Krishna? How could person fixed in knowledge completely disregard those statements? What to speak of forgetting him? His qualities and form are elaborately described. Uttam Shlok. He made a statement like following. Na pare aham. Krishna said this to us gopis. Na pare aham nirvadyaha sanyujam swasadhu krityam vibudhyayushapi. I am not able to repay my debts to your spotless service. Even within lifetime of Brahma, Krishna said during Ras dance, the words santyaktum, completely given up, indicate that it is impossible to give up internal attachment and respect. Why is this said? He takes no interest in Lakshmi. It is said, Naham atmanam ashasya madbhaktahi sadhu bhivina shriyam chantetikam brahma yesham gati ampara. Oh, Brahman, without the devotees who take shelter only of me, I do not desire to enjoy Lakshmi. So he is indifferent to Lakshmi. Though Krishna does not give regard to Lakshmi, because of his great regard for those with intense anurag, she remains always on his chest as golden line. She does not remove from his chest. 49. Now gopis are speaking. Sari Shaila Vanadesha. Vanodesha. Shari means river Jamuna. Shail means Govardhan or Nandeshwar or Barsana. One Odesha means 12 forests of Vrindavan. Gavo and the cows. Venu Rava Ime. Even Krishna has gone to Mathura. Still the other cowherd boys sometimes play on their flute. Venu Rava. Sankrashana Sahayena. Sankrashana is the name of the Balaram. Sahayena means along with Krishnena Acharitaha Prabhu. So, dear Uddhav, Prabhu, they are addressing Uddhav as a Prabhu. When Krishna was here in the company of Sankrishna, he enjoyed all these rivers, hills, forests, cows and flute sounds. So, Chakravarti Pad has no purport for this, and Jiva Goswami writes, if we could forget him, our desire for him would decrease. But that does not happen. 2 verses describe this. Vrij is included within the forest mentioned, Vanovadesh. This also includes all the other places where Krishna performed pastime in his youth. Even now some cowherd play the flute. These sounds which occur as Smriti seems to be actually present. Gava indicate cows and bulls. They were all served or attended to Acharitaha by Krishna. Even when the flutes were played by other boys, they can be considered to be served by Krishna. Since the others were of the same class as Krishna, he would go with Balaram to various places in order to increase beauty of these places. Now gopis are saying, if we go to the water, we remember how the water served Krishna. If we are in our homes, remembering them as a small piece of stone, we see mountain very high which served Krishna. If we enter the forest, then we remember how the forest served Krishna. Water, land, forest all served Krishna. Ime modifies all the items and indicate that they directly see these items. Or because the intense pain of separation, these items directly appear to them. The names of Krishna's friends are not directly mentioned because it would give rise to memories of Krishna and that give rise to great pain. The latter items in the list are more effective in causing remembrance. Krishna is with Balaram, or together with mutual affection they play happily. Krishnena means by his playing with the which attack the hearts of everyone. The rivers, the mountain, the forest also attack the hearts, since they are places where Krishna plays. Acharitaha means served to produce his play, or combined with Venu Ravaha it means flute sound were made. Balaram accompanied his song. This indicates great sweetness. The river, mountain and forests are naturally the playthings of Krishna. Or Acharitaha can mean just now the cowherd boys begin to play their flute. Because this arises in bridge, it gives particular instruction to Uddhava. And now here is the another verse of the same mood. Punha punha samarayanti nanda gopasutam bata Sri Niketanahi tatapada Vishna Vismrutam naeva shaknamoho. Oh, his footprints are here everywhere on the ground and in the stone. How can we forget him? We again and again remember him. All these remind us constantly of Nanda's son. Indeed, because we see Krishna's footprints, which are marked with divine symbols, we can never forget him. And Chakravarti Padre, one gopi said, when the memory of the desired object vanishes, the hope for it also vanishes. However, that will never happen with us because we can never forget Krishna. This is expressed in 3 verses, 49 till 51. A gopi said, the rivers, hills, forests, cows and flute are restored to or utilized regularly by Krishna. We cannot forget Krishna because we see his footprints marked with the divine symbol of flag and thunderbolt remaining in the earth and stones. No, here all these items means rivers, forest, mountains, flute, sound, make us constantly remember Krishna with intensity. Punha punha, again and again. In great humility, they address Uddhav as master. Or you are capable at all times, Prabhu. Therefore, at this place, carry out proper action. He is the son of Nanda. Those things make us remember him as the cowherd boy, though from your instruction, with a great effort, we have been made to remember him as the Lord. We have no taste for gyaan. You can forget him after forcibly giving up searching for him here and there. We cannot forget him because of his footprints marked with symbols, niketai, of beauty or all wealth, Sri, like the flag. Those footprints are everywhere with great variety according to the different pastime. The word padakai is used to indicate that the footprints were small. Even now they continue to exist, though made previously. Now this is the next verse, 51, end of this remembrance. Gataya lalitya udara hasa lila avalokanaihi madhavya gira gratta dhiya hirta dhiya katham tam vismram he. O Uddhav, how can we forget him when our hearts have been stolen away by the charming way he walks, his generous smiles and playful glances, and his honey-like words? Chakravarti Pad is suggesting, Uddhav suggests to the gopis, if you keep remembering Krishna by looking at rivers, mountain and forest of which, then blind a cloth around your eyes. Use your intelligence to lead your mind to some other thought and thus forget Krishna. The gopi replies, O Uddhav, it is not possible to forget Krishna because we no longer possess our intelligence, since Krishna has taken it away by his supreme beauty, charm and honey sweet words. Madhavya gira. Same thing. Covering your eyes with cloth, controlling the mind by intelligence, forgetting everything you can then forget him. Our hearts have been stolen by charming. Same thing almost. Last verse of this section. He Nath, He Ramanath, Vrajanath Aratinasan, Maganam Udara Govinda, Gokulam Vrajannarana, Vrajannaranavat. Gopis have now, leaving aside Uddhav and directly looking towards Mathura and calling directly to Krishna in this verse with the line, O Master of the goddess of fortune, O Master of the Virja, O destroyer of all suffering, Govinda, please lift your Gokul out of ocean of distress in which it is drowning. Chakravarti Pad writes, in this verse, Gopis' feeling becomes so strong that they disregard Uddhav and turning towards Mathura, call out to Krishna in a pitiful voice, says, O Krishna. In the text, the first phrase is, He Nath, He Ramanath, you attract our mind. Even though we are unworthy, O Lord of the Lakshmi, Ramanath, we also need to be mastered. Mastered means we need also the master. We cannot be anath. We need a nath. O great reservoir of amazing sweetness and tasteful loving reciprocations, which are begged for, Nathyaman, even by Lakshmi, O Master of the Virja, Virjanath, Virja needs your shelter, O remover of the suffering, Arti Nasan. In the past, you performed many inconceivable pastimes to protect us, such as lifting Govardhan hill to free us from the distress caused by Indra. Now, however, we are in an ocean of most intense suffering, Virjan Aranath, caused by separation from you. Please come of your own accord and save Gokul, which will be destroyed either today or tomorrow. O Govinda, come, resume your duties of protecting the cows and supervising their grazing. Enough with this sending of messengers. So this is their mood here when they are replying to Uddhav. This is a little lengthy, not so much. Our grief has not dissipated from your instruction, they tell to the Uddhav. Not paying attention to Uddhav, the gopis stood up facing Mathura and began calling their beloved in loud voices. In misery, while weeping, they spoke. They prayed for the protection of Gokul, ignoring their own suffering, being unable to tolerate the suffering of Gokul, and remembering his affection for the place. O Krishna, they first call out to him by his name, which indicated his very self, which appeared with them constantly along with all his astounding pastimes, qualities, and forms. They then called out names descriptive of Krishna. Another version has Nath, master, instead of Krishna. O master of all of us gopis, Gopinath. They call out to reveal their feeling for him. O Lord, solicited Nath by all persons up to Lakshmi, Ramanath, but rarely giving your glance of mercy to them. Tasman macharanam goshtam mananatham mata parigram gopya swatma goyogena so ayam me vratta ahita. Krishna says in chapter 25 of this 10th canto, verse number 18, I must therefore protect the cowherd community by my natural powers, for I am their shelter, I am their protector, and needed I am everything to them. And indeed, I am everything to them. I have taken a vow to protect my devotees. According to this statement, Nath means he is the Lord of Braj, Mannatham. Thus, he is also the destroyer of Vraj's misery. He made this woe. Now, however, Gokul is drowning in an ocean of grief. Please deliver all. Please deliver all the living beings living there. Instead of Vrajana Arnava, sometime Vrajanavat is seen. By just showing yourself once, all misery will be destroyed and everyone will be brought to life and become happy. O Govinda, you were bathed and enthroned as the king of Gokul by a Surabhi cow after lifting Govardhan hill. You must protect your name Govinda by performing suitable action. How could Krishna refuse gopis who prayed to destroy the grief of people of Braj, ignoring their own pain caused by separation? With a manifestation of great pain and prema, calling out as if Lord were present, they cry with painful voices, O Krishna, form of transcendental bliss, since you are full of bliss, you do not ignore the devotees. O Lord of the Lakshmi, Ramanath, the word he is repeated out of the great pain, since you are the Lord of Lakshmi. Do not ignore other persons. O protector of Vraj, O lover Rama, O Lord of Vraj, where there is no other Lord except you, Anath Vrajanath. You never ignore people who are suffering, Arti Nasan. By this they refer to themselves. Save all the living beings of Gokul drowning in the ocean of suffering by showing yourself once, dissipating the grief, bring everyone to life and make them happy. You must do this, O King of Gokul. Use of the past form of the Magna, drowned, and the image of the ocean means the situation cannot be counteracted. It indicates their hopeless condition. Now, here you see the Brahma Samhita is really quite lengthy. It is speaking of different gopis speaking. And there was no name written of the gopis in what we have read now in this section. But the Garga Samhita say this is the gopi from the Gokul said. Now here it says the gopi doorkeeper said. Now the next is the gopi decorator said. And then the next gopi who make the kanch design on the other gopis, then she said. And then the Gopi associate said. So, and then it's a very lengthy, if you have time, sometime relish after your exam. The Gopi protector of Vrindavan said, one who loves selflessly can understand selfless love. A selfish person cannot understand it, as arms and legs cannot understand the sweetness of nectar. The gopis of Govardhan Hill said, now he loves the girls in Mathura city. How he loves the maid servant Kubja. Now he loves the maid servant Kubja. Why should he love the girls of Govardhan Hill? What more need we say? Then the gopis that decorate the forest groves. We still see the marks of the Krishna left in the forest groves of the Madhavi vines and the maiden buzzing bees. We still hear the stories of his pastime. Then the gopis that stayed in the forest said. So this is a very lengthy, wonderful, I think some are very wonderful, basically analogies given here for relishment. The eighth gopi friend said, today our eyes see only the handsome son of King Nanda, and they cannot see anything of the material world. Now that Krishna is in Mathura city, what will happen next? The gentle Uddhav, please tell us at once. 16 gopi friends said. So it's a interesting, quite lengthy. There are two Garga Sanhitas are almost 10 pages or more than that. Gopis that had been flowering vines said, ancient time Krishna became Dhanvantri, the universal physician who brought but did not distribute nectar. When the demon and demon called Krishna, who sometime liked the call girl Mohini and gave the nectar to the demigod. Divya Gopi said, even though Krishna is the merciful, Supreme Personality of Godhead, he ties Bali Maharaj, who was making an offering to him. Even though Krishna is the master that gives liberation, he threw Bali down to the lowest world. This is all very surprising. So these gopis are continuing. Now we are going to the next 4 more verses we can do for today maybe. Krishna willing. 53 to 56, Uddhav stays in Vrindavan, which means Brij. And then 57 till 69. Again there are two sections. Uddhav appreciates the gopis, and then Uddhav returns to Mathura. So that we have to finish tomorrow, I hope so. Are we still in time?
Yes, sir, you have 30 minutes.
No, not this time. I mean, say, as per our curriculum.
Yes. Today, last verse is 53.
How much do we have to finish today?
Till 53.
We have finished 53. Okay, 53 we are starting. So it should be 56 because the section says 53 to 56, Uddhav stays in Vrindavan. Sri Shuka Vacha Tatastha Krishna Sandeshai Vyapetaha Vraha Jwaraha Uddhavam Pujam Chakror Gyatva Atmanam Adhokshajam. Sukadeva Goswami continued, Lord Krishna's messenger, having relieved the fever of separation, the gopis then worshipped Uddhav, recognizing him as none different from their Lord Krishna. Srila Prabhupada's disciple, right? Srila Sridhar Swami stated that the word Gyatva Atmanam Adhokshajam also indicate that gopis recognize Krishna to be very soul of their lives and thus is spiritually one with them. And Jiva Goswami writes, Krishna had said, "You are never actually separated from me." 47:29. He also said, because your minds are totally absorbed in me and free from all other engagement, remembering me always, you will very soon have me again in your presence eternally. Verse 36 of this chapter. By this message, which acted like a great mantra, the gopis were relieved of their agitation and great suffering arising from separation. But the message did not remove the separation, which could only be relieved by his coming. They worshipped Uddhav in a way befitting a guest to the best of their ability in that condition. Previously, they had begun to worship him, but it was faulty because of their grief. Now they worshipped him properly. How could their fever of separation be annulled simply by instruction? Krishna is described as gyātva atmanam adhokshajam. The first meaning is as follows. According to the principle of not speaking the unknown without first speaking the known. The meaning is, they understood from the teaching that Krishna adhokshaja was Paramatma. Atma in this interpretation means Atma of all being, Sarvatma. Adhokshaja by conventional meaning is, in the context, means Krishna. The etymological meaning is the owner of all the senses. In verse 29, Krishna used the word Sarvatmana in reference to himself. Figuratively, this means the impersonal feature pronounced by Mayavadis. However, Sarva can also mean Param. Thus, it can refer to the supreme form pronounced by the advocate of the Achintya Shakti. Though this is the particular meaning, this is combined with the word me, meaning Maya, by me. Thus, it is specially referred to Krishna according to context. Krishna menam avahitam atmanam akhilatmanam jagadhyetaya api atraha dehi abhati mayaya. 10, 14, 55. This is Brahmaji is saying, you should know Krishna to be the soul of all living entities. For the benefit of the whole universe, he has, out of his causeless mercy, appeared as an ordinary human being by the strength of his Maya, which is mercy, which means Yoga Maya also. The first line of the above verse established Krishna as supreme shelter of prem for all beings by his very nature. The phrase Dehiva, like an ordinary person, indicate that he is actually different from the Jiva. With a desire to start worship of Govardhan, Krishna preached Karmavad. In the present chapter, taking the first meaning of this word, his word, Krishna preaches impersonalism in order to destroy the time that gopis would spend in suffering from separation by creating detachment from him, and to cover the other two meanings which were very confident. The gopi considered this meaning first. However, from the hearing again, they understood that the meaning was Krishna, not impersonal Brahma. Since Krishna alone was present in his spruti at all times, everywhere, by the very nature of his outstanding love, which they could understand since he was the inspiration of all their senses. Thus Krishna, who was already known to them, is explained in the terms of Atma and Adhokshaja on the strength of the order of the words. Krishna is mentioned first. If they had been absorbed in Advaitavada, which means monoism, they would not have worshipped Uddhav, since there would be no distinction of worshipper and worshipped object. The second meaning is as follows. They understood that just as Krishna realized them, they Atmanam, realize him. They consider there was a union between him and themselves because of the spurti with his inherent qualities. The third meaning is as follows. They understood themselves of Krishna according to what he taught. Maya avesha manah krishnam. This is the verse from verse 36 of this chapter. Because your minds are totally absorbed in me and free from all engagement, remembering me always, you will very soon have me again in your presence eternally. Fourth meaning is as follows. According to what he taught, they firmly believed, gyatva, that they would attain him very soon, and he would attain them very soon. The word cha is absent, but should be understood as in the phrase Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan. The order of the phrase should, however, be changed. On realizing that they would attain him and that he would attain them by means of Krishna's instruction, they gave up the pain of separation and worshipped Uddhav. Similarly, Nanda is described on seeing Garg. Tam dishtva param pritah pratyotthaya kritanjalihi anarya adhokshajaya dhiya pranipatah paurashaharam. When the Nanda Maharaj saw Gargamani present at his home, he was most pleased. He stood up and received him with folded hands, seeing him like the Supreme Lord. He worshipped him by offering respect in front of him. Similarly, seeing Uddhav it is said, Tamagatam samagamaya krishnanocharam priyam nanda pritaha parivisarja vasudeva dhiyarcharet. As soon as the Uddhav, dear devotee of Krishna, arrived at Nanda Maharaj's door, Nanda came forward to meet him. Coward king embraced him in great happiness, and understanding that he was the non-different from Vasudeva, he worshipped him. The above statement is reasonable since the gopis saw Uddhav as the follower of Krishna and very dear to him. So this whole purport of Jiva Goswami is speaking the summary of all the messages and the four meanings extracted from them. Ultimately, they consider there is no difference at one level between the pure devotee and the Supreme Lord, and they are always together. They are never separated from one another. Even Prabhupada used to say, though I am in a different country, different place, but every day you worship me, so I am there. Prabhupada, in early days, devotees used to say, Prabhupada, we miss you. Say, no, I am always there. Wherever you remember me, I am there. So this is the mood of these verses. Verse number 44. Uvasa katichinmasam gopinam vinuddam suchaha Krishna lila katham gayan ramayamasa gokulam. Uddhav remained for several months, dispelling the gopis' sorrow by chanting the topic of Krishna's pastime. Thus he brought joy to all the people of Gokul. Purport of Srila Prabhupada's disciple, great Acharya Jiva Goswami, comment in this regard that Uddhav, during his stay in the Vrindavan, certainly took special care to enliven Krishna's foster parent Nand and Yashoda. Chakravarti Pad writes, when out of sorrow, the gopis' hope for Krishna return grew dim, and they become eager to give up their lives. When out of sorrow, the gopis' hope for Krishna's return grew dim, and they become eager to give up their lives. Uddhav made them happy by speaking yet other messages. So Uddhav had many more messages, even more confidential. That is the significance of the word after that, tataha. Though Sukdev Goswami has not explicitly described those messages. One can understand them by the result they had on the gopis. Krishna said, this is the secret message, most confidential. What Krishna said, this is Uddhava is relating. O you who are as dear to me as my life, while you are standing before me, before my messenger Uddhava, just close your eyes. Just as the cowherd boys closed their eyes and were delivered from the forest fire, you close your eyes, gopis, and I will deliver you from the devastating fire of the separation. Witness my mystic power. Hearing this message from Uddhava, the gopis closed their eyes. In the flash of second, Yoga Maya compressed millions of years of time into a single moment. Krishna then appeared on that spot and in the company of the gopis enjoyed the ras dance in Vrindavan forest, playing dice, drinking honey liquor, water sporting and swing pastime. By enjoying all these pastime, the gopis forgot all their pains of separation. Seeing that all their limbs were exuberant in ecstasy, Uddhava paused a moment and then said, now ladies, open your eyes again. Upon opening their eyes, the gopis felt that they had taken a new birth through the bestowal of the thousandfold bliss, as when they had closed their eyes, recognizing Uddhava as non-different from Krishna Adhokshajay. They then worshipped Uddhava. The syllable adho in the word adhokshajay means downward. Adha, aksha means eyes, and ja means birth. Krishna said another message. O woman filled with prem, if you give up your lives, I will also give up my life. Upon hearing this news, don't doubt it. Swearing 1,000 times, I declare that you are my very life. Even though I am trying to go to Virj at every moment, I am unable to do that so. Perhaps I am being kept here because of the time of the endeavor is not right, or else because the love of the Mathura Vasis have for me is an obstacle. By such messages, the gopis' fever of separation, vrahajvaraha, caused by their thinking that Krishna had no love for them, was completely dispelled. Vyapeta. Thinking that Adhokshajay, Krishna, was afflicted by the pain of separation like themselves, Atmanam Atmana, Atma Para breath, Param breath, Prana breath. The gopis then worshipped Uddhava. The gopis said, O Uddhava, you have spoken well. Now, even at the cost of suffering the greatest pain, we will remain alive. If you had not given this message, we would have certainly died, and everything would have been destroyed. Therefore, by saving us, you have fulfilled our desire to protect everyone involved, and thus we worship you. The external meaning that the gopis recognize their own soul, Atmanam, as one with the transcendental Lord, the super soul, is simply a meaning to bewilder Asura. This is not the real meaning. Indeed, his scriptural passage is just like the Mohini incarnation in its effect. For Premi Bhakta, oneness of the Lord and the Jeev is insipid. What to speak then how repulsive it would be for the gopis, who are the crest jewel of all unallied pure devotees, to think such a thing. Indeed, Sridhar Swami, who knows best the purport of advanced scripture, has stated, any person who has become mad with bliss by sporting in the nectarian ocean of the topics of Krishna thinks of the four goals of the human life as insignificant as blade of grass. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. it can be seen that even the most potent knowledge of the soul, Atma Gyan, can never cover one who has fully developed Krishna Prem. When Vasudeva and Arjuna saw the Maha Aishwarya aspect of Krishna, their parental and friendship relation become covered by Dasya Bhakti, devotion and mood of servitude, but not by Brahma Gyan, knowledge of Brahm. It has been seen that the Brajavasis were merged in Brahma Gyan, but this was only to show their distaste for knowledge of Brahm. Krishna brought the Brajavasis to lake of Brahmaharda, that is the place in the Vrindavan, merged them in in Brahmaharda, and then brought them out. Te tu Brahmahardam Nita Magnad Krishne Nacha Udarita. The word cha udharita, bring them out or deliver them, is especially used in the text. Just all living entities are delivered from the ocean of sansar. The inhabitants of Birj were delivered from the repulsive Brahm. Furthermore, if the gopis had developed monastic Atma Gyan, realizing the soul as one with Brahm, then they would not have spoken to Balaram with such unsettled mind as they did when he later returned to Virja. What they said to the Balaram, Sukdev Goswami said, honored to have the personal audience of Lord Balaram, the young gopis smiled and asked him, is Krishna, the darling of the city woman, living happily? One gopi said, it is astonishing that the intelligent women of Mathura have faith in the words of the ungrateful, fickle-hearted Krishna. Another gopi said, they must have developed faith in his words because he speaks so wonderfully, and also because his beautiful smiling glances arouse their lust. Indeed, if the Braj gopis had attained the stage of Brahma Gyan, they could never speak as they are going to in the future. Such jealous words as quoted above indicated of their ignorance of the soul or Brahm. It means Brahma Gyan was insignificant for them. They were they were the ocean of deep love of Krishna. So we end it here. Tomorrow we'll continue from verse number 55 and we'll finish this chapter. Now you have any question or comment, you are welcome. Hare Krishna. Is it okay? Why Gopi worshipped Uddhava? How they worshipped Uddhava? None different than Krishna. Gopis were one with Krishna.
Hare Krishna. But finally they were consoled not by the first messages, but by most confidential messages in the end. Is it?
Yeah, mostly the first message was to bewilder the non-believers. The second messages were for the gopis' present situation, and the third message for is eternally stays with gopis because they are eternally with Krishna. First message is to bewilder non-believers and asuras. Some question in this section which needs more discussion or clarification? No question is good.
Prabhuji, will you please repeat these three messages again?
What?
These three messages, please repeat again. First, second, third.
First message is gyaan, Brahma gyaan, which is not suitable for gopis, which is to bewilder the non-believers and asuras. Second message is a message of conjugal love, indirect for the meant for gopis, that Krishna and gopis are always united because the Krishna's heart and life air is living with gopis, gopis' heart and mind and life air is living with Krishna, so they are maybe bodily separated, but at the soul level they are united. Third message is that they are always together in Nitya Leela, in unmanifest pastime, they are always together. So these are the three levels.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
We can understand that when the gopis are suffering, it is to glorify them, to make others to understand how much they are glory. Yeah.
They are not
My
suffering.
question is,
This suffering is another form of ecstasy.
okay.
That suffering is of highest level of ecstasy, which to the common people appear suffering, but is actually the greatest ecstasy and bliss. And a Mahabhav, Adhyarud Bhav, Mohan Bhav, that was the gopis' mood.
So they are not suffering. So in that case, even Prabhupada was not suffering when he was traveling in Jaladutta and
He was always with Krishna. He said, I am always with Krishna. I am never separated from my spiritual master. So all the times he considered that my spiritual master is with me and I am with the Mahaprabhu, and say Gaurvani speaking means always connected with Mahaprabhu and connected with Radha Krishna. Yes, those who are speaking Gita and Bhagavad, wherever they are preaching, they are never separated from Krishna. Their sufferings may be external, but internally they are relishing everything.
how does Krishna feel when he sees his pure devotees are in that ecstasy?
He wants
What
them.
it is
He wants
suffering.
them to come to that stage. He actually wants them come to the climax. He said, I will not come till your Vipralamba Bhav reaches to the highest limit. Then our meeting will have a real festival. Then we have a feast of meeting when you reach to the climax of separation.
But Prabhu, everywhere is written chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, and be happy.
Yes, it means you love Radha Krishna and serve Radha Krishna, then you will be happy. Because what is in Hare Krishna is Radha and Krishna. So you love and serve Radha Krishna, then you will be happy.
But why in separation?
It's not simply uttering these words, but ultimately we have to love Radha Krishna. Hare is Radha, and Krishna and Ram is Radha Raman. So when we love and serve Radha Raman, then we'll be happy. We have to reach to that level of pure chanting. Mahamantra is actually Gopi Bhav. Golokera Prem Dhana. Radhara Tantra. This is a Gopi's mood. Mahaprabhu has brought this. He is in Radharani's mood. This is the highest sadhan for achieving the highest love of Krishna.
So,
Yes.
what is the difference between
Yes.
Krishna's message to the gopis?
Uh-huh.
The difference between Krishna's message to the gopis and the Brahmana's wives? Krishna's address to the Brahmana's wives?
Brahmana's wives, there's no message. They came to Krishna. They wanted to have a conjugal relation, but Krishna says no. It is only the priority of the Brajavasis. You can mentally love me and go back to your husband. But he told them like that. He never allowed them to stay with him. The conjugal, physical conjugal relationship is only possible with the ragatmik devotees, not with the sadhak. So Brahman Patnis were sadhak. They were not completely perfected their practices of conjugal mellows. You received the commentaries, Prabhu?
Yes, thank you very much. I got it.
Okay, relish it.
I'm very grateful.
We
Okay.
received all the cantos except fourth canto, Prabhu.
What?
Is there any possibility of... We received all the other cantos.
I think I sent fourth canto also with either Ajak Prabhu or Soherd Gaur. They have fourth canto also.
Okay.
You check with them. They have fourth. I think I have sent them.
Okay, Prabhu.
You check with them. If they have not, then I will send. I think I sent, but it was missing first. Then I got it, and then I sent it. As far as I remember.
I have the PowerPoint slide kind of thing for the fourth canto.
Fourth canto.
Yeah, I don't have this detailed commentary.
Okay. I will send the fourth, because in fourth canto the commentary is only of Chakravarti Path generally. The other acharyas are only in 10th canto, and some commentary of Jiva Goswamis are in first canto or third canto somewhere I have seen. But anyway, if you don't have fourth, then I will ask tomorrow to upload it.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, I got it. I think I have this in a new folder.